it was weird because I see Rick Ross, I see G. I read Jeezy's lips. I ain't no lip reader, but I could have read his lips though. He asked Stoney like, "What Dread doing here?" I had my hand in a sling. You know what I mean? Fucking me while I'm doing it. Like I could go where the fuck I want to go, nigga. You know what I mean? So my hand was in a sling. People keep butting into my hand. So from getting into anything with anybody, I went to the side. You know what I mean? To the the end of the club, the exit. And Rose left afterwards, and Rose stopped. He grabbed my hand. I'll never forget it. The fucked up hand he grabbed. In the outlook of things, I mean, I can't stress it because maybe 5% feel I shouldn't have got something, but 95% feel I should have got a check. And I still feel so up to this day. You know what I mean? And if he was real enough, he'd sit down with me like a man, cut me a check. We could have been working together up to this day. I'm just saying.
And you feel like that's what caused you to part ways with him, or were you still working with him after you got shot?
I worked for him for a year after, and I was trying to see if he was going to take care of me. My ex told me to sue him. I told him, nah, this Jeezy, the realest nigga in it. He went trap star 4 times in a row. I'm just saying, me and her got in a heated argument. She said, what is he waiting for, airstrike? Which she was right. He didn't have no insurance. I could have sued him. I didn't do it. He didn't pay the hospital bill. I had to go Grady Hospital, get on a program. I think I was a grand short, or else I would have been over. So I had to get on a program. I got the bullet taken out of my hand. I think I had a bullet in my hand a month after. I'm just saying, where your heart at? I'm a bodyguard.
So what's the interaction, man? Like post that incident in L.A. when you get shot, you go to the hospital. You say I guess you come back to Atlanta eventually, and you get treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your relationship?
He didn't have no insurance. I didn't have no insurance.
What's your relationship with Jeezy after that?
When Jeezy came out of jail, like he lied the other day on the Big Boy podcast. Big Boy getting me. I'm telling you something because he was talking about bail the other day. And he said he spent $10 million bail, and I'm here to tell you that's a lie. He didn't spend $10 million in bail because the cops locked him up. It was my gun. It was in jail. They had a bail. No bail was paid. They wanted ballistics. The ballistics came back no match. The case got thrown out. Where did you pay $10 million bail at? I'm just saying. But go ahead. Where was that?
No, I was asking you, so what was the interaction with you and Jeezy?
When he came out of jail, that's why I brought that up. When he came out of jail, I knew it was over. The vibes changed. Because he got sit down. And it wasn't, he's looking at me because it's me, because it was my gun he got locked up for. But Jeezy full of shit, because I called him the next day to come look at me. Come look me up in the hospital, and this is some real nigga shit. I looked at him, I called Stone. Tell Jeezy come see me. Let's talk about last night. Jeezy said he's going to the gym and he's going to do the last show. So I was like, all right, cool, go ahead. He did it. I could have prevented him from getting locked up. Because if he came and see me, first and foremost, the whole tour bus should have came and see me. I've been holding you niggas down for 30 days. The security. Any problems, driver, anybody had camera guy, anybody, I was there to defend it. Niggas need to take a pause and come see me. Nah, but he was so wanted about being himself or being into himself, he disregarded. I could have saved him again. Because if they came and see me, I would have asked him, I would have been like, yo, where's my gun, my firearm, my chopper? You know what I mean? And he disregarded, and it's like, he's a weird dude. He know what he be doing. Because when Yo Gotti boy got shot by the CIAA in his tie, I remember it was a flesh wound. I seen that shit, but that's from being shot a couple of times. I know how shots look, how they bleed, all that stuff. That's from me getting fucked up myself. We sped up and went to the hospital to see Yo Gotti homeboy. I think he got locked up doing 10 years or some shit with that Young Dolph shit. But he got shot in his foot or some shit. And we sped up to the hospital, so I never understand when I called for him to come to the hospital to see me, he never came. You know what I mean? But I could have prevented him. But he already tried to talk shit the night before that I ran with him, and his homeboy telling him he's a motherfucking liar. His boy Blue stood up, he's like, he's a liar. Dread pushed us out the way. So that story had to die down. So probably that's why he didn't come to Sunday, but when he dodged me, he went and got locked up. He dodged me and ran into a jail cell. Imagine that. Yeah, the motherfucker you don't think supposed to give you nothing, you know what I mean? 9 out of 10 times when somebody get caught with somebody else's gun, it got a body on it or it's stolen, right? My shit was legal though. My shit was legal. So I stayed true to the end. I got shot and I'm still true to the end. And you know, I got but when he came out of jail, I seen it in his face. He's like, when you coming back work, Dread? Like, they say 60 days.
It wasn't like an intense conversation?
Nah, it was weird. It was fake. And I had the Def Jam officials and whatever came over to see him, whatever. He's out of jail. But I'm looking at him and take what you call it. I could see it in his face though. I'm just saying, I'm a man with experience. Your body, actions speak louder than words. So I'm watching his body language. Fuck what he's saying out his mouth. I could see him watching me, and I know like the vibes changed. And I knew the vibes changed because they left the next day on the plane, flew to Miami. I had to ride back with the bus drivers. That was horrible. That was a horrible drive back. I got to remember my fucking ex-wife is pregnant. Don't you think I'm supposed to go home immediately? I got 2 daughters. This is the third one. Them niggas jumped on a plane and went to Miami.
And you been shot.
Exactly. I had to ride back with a tour bus, the man and the wife, never been jailed in their life, been jailed for my gun. So they kind of watching me sideways.
They pissed off.
Yeah, they were watching me fucked up. It was fucked. I apologize to them, but I mean, I'm a humble dude. And even sometimes when you don't want to give people what they want, you still give them what they want. Even though I'm fucked up, I got shot. You just had your freedom took for a week, but you got it back because the gun is legal. You never kill nobody. But I got to live with this. I'm fucked up. I need to go home to my family. It took 2 days to drive back from California. That nigga took 4 days. Him and the wife, they arguing and shit. He was like, don't leave or use the phone. It's like, the fuck? You got a hostage or some shit? And she came in the back crying. She's like, because he driving the bus. He can't drive the bus and be in the back. So she come in the back, probably telling him he going to use the bathroom. She's like, can I use your phone? He doesn't want me to use the phone, so I gave her the phone. Because I got a family and I'm trying to get home to my motherfucking family too. So I put myself in her shoes, you know what I mean? So I gave her the phone. She went in the back and then you feel the bus, you know, turn over, all aggressive. She came, showed me back the phone, you know, I deleted the number of my contacts and they was back there arguing. And he came back up staring at me and I was staring at him too. Like, nigga, what? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, they was on the bus. They was watching me crazy. We finally got back to Atlanta, and the story get more intense because the cameraman came and looked for me. He was locked up in jail with Jeezy, and he was like, "You heard what happened in jail, Dread?" I was like, "What you mean? What happened in jail?" And he was like, "Jeezy was bad talking you in jail." So I was like, "What?" And him and Stones defended my name because when they was going to court, they was calling me, but I was sleeping because I was up blogging all night till the morning. And
blogging?
Excuse me. Yeah, I was blogging. I was looking online because I was checking the information because they're saying we killed somebody in the Bay. The Saturday night I got shot. The Sunday they got locked up. So California is on fucking fire.
I thought when you were saying blogging, I'm thinking like you talking about you posting.
No. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm going through, you know what I mean? Excuse me for using that term, but I'm just going through. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm looking at line, I'm watching out California talking crazy. Yo, Atlanta motherfuckers, we gonna kill you. Jeezy, your bodyguard, you guys hide him. Don't come back to the Bay, you Atlanta motherfuckers. Yo, they was going crazy. So I was taking, I think 800 Percocets they gave me. I took some on Wednesday, like around 7. They was calling me for court. I ended up getting up and going for court. I had like 100 missed calls. But I fell asleep, like, you know, in the morning time, not knowing they had to go to court. Lack of communication. Nobody didn't tell me to go in court tomorrow because I'd have been prepared. I wouldn't have been up online fucking around. I probably been up, but not so long. So, Jeezy, them thought I ran. Yeah, they thought I ran, bro. That shit, bro, that was some bullshit. They fucking speak down on me. But Stone and them, they Stone told him, you know what I mean? Not Dread, you know what I mean? Dread, defender of the faith, you know what I mean? I got it right here in my hand. The defender. You check, we defender. We standing it. We ain't, you know what I mean? You see the 6-point star. This is a star David. You know what I mean? We standing it, you know what I mean? Star David, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Respect to those I represented and what they represented in, but as a Star David, the track, we stand on that. The house of the tribe of the land of the tribe of Judah, yo, we stand on that. Conquering land of the tribe of Judah, we stand on that. But he told me, and it just like, I went back work like 30, I went back, they had a war ready party, because him and Jeezy, Rick Ross made up, they fixed the shit. So I came to the party, I was looking for some cats, so cat had some money for me, so I was looking for him. And take what you call it. It was weird because I see Rick Ross, I see G. I read Jeezy's mouth, lips. I ain't no lip reader, but I could read his lips though. He asked Stoney like, "What Dread doing here?" I had my hand in a sling. You know what I mean? Fucking me while I'm doing it. Like I could go where the fuck I want to go, nigga. You know what I mean? So my hand was in a sling. People keep butting into my hand. So from getting into anything with anybody, I went to the side. You know what I mean? To the, the end of the club, the exit. And Rose left afterwards, and Rose stopped. He grabbed my hand. I'll never forget it. The fucked up hand he grabbed. But it was like a star-studded moment because I'm starting to interact with stars. Some stars, like if I see Future, he doesn't pass me straight. And I don't pass him straight neither. I hail him up. I mean, if he doing his thing, I wait on the side. And then I'll be like, "Hey, my nigga, what you saying?" I daps him up. But we just got kind of close from when he came St. Thomas. Because him and Jeezy shot a video in St. Thomas. You check No Tears. You look it up. That's the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's St. Thomas. I took them there. You know what I mean? And it's just on the strength, like I'm just saying, and nobody disrespected, ain't none of that. Like we came there, we handled our business, and we left. You know what I mean? But Rick Ross shook my hand, and he said, "I heard what you did in California. That's some real nigga shit." So I was like, damn, you know what I mean? And right there and then I had a different respect for Rick Ross. I looked at him different. I even wish, the situation 2012 didn't happen because, damn, I should have been working for you. Because if I got shot saving Rick Ross, I know he would have took care of me. Just off of the little encounters we had. But when he told me that, like I had a different respect for Rick Ross after that. You know what I mean? And that's real nigga shit. I ain't no funny shit. I ain't no sucker shit. That man came and grabbed my hand, bro. And I feel how he embraced me. The fucking hundreds of people walking out of the club. He stopped and seen me. You know what I mean? I know he seen me, but you know what I mean? And he fucking grabbed, I meant to tell him, "Hey man, my hand," but it was a moment, you know what I mean? He grabbed my hand, he's like, "Yo, I heard what you did in California, that's some real nigga shit." So with Rick Ross, for him telling me that, I felt the vibes with him because I never thought it was over. I always felt in my head, even though I work for different clients, like, yo, he probably gunning for me still. But that night, you know what I mean, it gave me an ease, but I still keep my antennas up. You know what I mean? Not like there's no vibe, but I'm just saying, like, some people forgive, but they don't forget. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that type of order.